everybody, and welcome back to the channel. You are with the Artisan Company, and I'm Connie. Uh, I decided today that we are going to work on that beautiful Super 7 crystal that I bought at the bead show a few weeks ago. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is the most stunning stone. Oh my, let me show you these up close. The Super 7 stone is made up of 7 different crystals. And oh my goodness, look at the color and gradient. I don't know if the camera is going to do it any justice or not, but oh my, look at the beauty of these. They're kind of a purpley color, a medium to dark purple color, and they've got some brown mixed in it, some kind of winter white color mixed in it, a little tinge right there of red in that one, just a little bit hint of a rusty red in there. Guys, my eyes when I bought these popped out of my head. They are so beautiful. The Super 7 stone, like I said, is made up of 7 different crystals, so that's why it got the Super 7. And it also goes by the names of Sacred 7, Sacred 7, sorry, let me back up, Sacred 7 Crystal, and Sacred Stone, and Melody's Stone. And Melody, as is in the name Melody, it goes by those names as well. Most people know it as Super 7. So we're working with these today. These are from Brazil, Australia, and Madagascar is where they find this particular stone. And oh my guys, if you have a chance to buy some, please do. You can find this probably on if you just Google the Super 7 stone. ABC Stones may have it online. I'm not sure, but you might be able to find some on Etsy, and you may be able to find some on Amazon. But I got these at a bead show. So anyway, but these are 12 millimeters, so we're going to be using these. I will move along quickly. And this stone is lepidolite. Lepidolite, Lepidolite. This is a 6x3 rondelle stone, and they're purple, and aren't they beautiful? Beautiful. So we're going to be using these. I have got over here an 8 millimeter kind of a filigree bead cap right here, and I used this one because it's not so heavy. I didn't want to cover up very much of the stone, but I wanted more light in there in between the stones. So this is an 8 millimeter filigree. I got these at Michael's. Okay. And then I'm using a Delica 11.0 seed bead. These are from, it's a copper. Let me make sure I can read this correctly. Let's see, it is a brilliant copper. That's what it's called. Brilliant copper. They're made in Japan. They're Mayuki Shoji Delicas. Brilliant copper. Hopefully you can see that. 11.0 seed beads. I'll put some in my hand so you can see them up close. They're tiny little guys, but aren't they beautiful? Look at the color of them. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so we're using those. I'm using this beautiful hammered gold tone S-clasp. And then I've got a couple of gold tone finishing beads to go with my crimp and crimp covers. Okay. All right, so this necklace, I'm planning on making it, I want to make it about a 32 to 36, but we'll see where it goes. Okay, we'll get started. All righty. Oh, and I'm using, I forgot to tell you before, I'm using an AccuFlex or a Soft Flex beading wire, 49 strand, medium. All right. Now, what I decided to do with this is a simple, this is not a difficult necklace to make. So it's just not, but the punch to it is just going to be amazing. So I sorted out my colors and I took the darker, more vibrant colors up front. Then I'll do the next most vibrant and the least most vibrant in the back. I do that with every strand of stones that I get. That's just, I want the more bang for my buck up front. All right, so I picked out this pattern. This one is going to be my center stone, and you can do this any way you want to. You don't have to have a center stone. You can have something else there if you want. You can have put a pendant there if you want. The thing is to take the concept and make it yours. So I decided to make this a center stone, and in order for the pattern that I'm doing to work out right, we're going to put the lepidolite on each side of this, and there's going to be a bead cap on both sides of each one of these stones. So this is the side I'm going to start on first. So I'll have the center stone. I'll have one of the 11.0 seed beads, the lepidolite 11.0 seed bead, and then your next stone with the bead caps. And instead of the lepidolite, I'm just doing a little one of those 11.0 seed beads in it, because I'm doing a two pattern and then lepidolite, two pattern and a lepidolite. So once I do that, the little seed bead, lepidolite, seed bead, the big stone, little small bead, big stone, lepidolite. So it's two, this stone, two, this stone, two, and then we're at the center. Okay? Alrighty, let's get to beading here. And for you guys who like to watch this process, we'll do this side and then move from there. Okay, so I'm starting with my center stone here. Try to keep my hands in the camera. Ah, now look at that. The very first one goes flying off. Isn't that the way it goes? All right. Stone. Bead cap. Now we're going to do this little tiny 11.0. I need my eyes down here. Then some of the lepidolite stone. One more of the little tiny 11.0s. And we're back to this. This stone, guys, if you guys ever have a chance to use it, or if you have already used it, I'm sure that you have been very pleased with it. When I was at the bead show, I was like, oh my goodness, look at this. It was the first thing I saw on that particular vendor's table. It's like, he goes, oh, you're familiar with the Super 7? I said, yes, I am. And he had this particular stone in all these different sizes, but I really like this 12 millimeter. It just spoke to me. All right, and then we're going to go here, the little 11.0. It's tiny, tiny, tiny. Sometimes you just have to take your time. Don't get frustrated with it, especially these little tiny, tiny beads, because it would be very easy to get frustrated. All right. A little bitty one right there. And I love the mix of the copper and the gold, because this particular stone has both colors in it. It has goldish colors that are very, very faint. They're more like the golds are more in the whites in it. The kind of winter whites have more of the gold color in there. And then you have the rusty reds in there, and the copper little seed bead is what I put in there to pull that out. So I'm just stoked about it. Oh, that one, copper was off of it almost. I'll pick another one that looks better. All right, I'm almost done with this side, guys, and then I'll show you what it all looks like strung. And I decided, when you're doing a pattern on something that's this simple, just mix your pattern up if you can. Mix the pattern up. It makes it more interesting instead of, you know, just the same bead this, bead this, bead this thing. If you can make a different pattern, it does keep it interesting. All right, last two things on this side. And then we'll look at it up close. And I am so excited, guys. I can't stand it. This is the most beautiful stone. Oh my. All right, let's look at this. Look how beautiful this is. Oh my, guys. We got just enough light in here to pull out the lights in the stone. The little copper pulls out the reddish colors. I am so excited about this and I cannot wait to get it all together. So I'm going to bead the rest of the other side and we'll get back. Alrighty, I got this bottom part down here done, and this was my center right here. I've beaded all the way around with that 2-1-2-1-2-1 pattern. So I decided I wanted this concentration of the necklace right up here in the front, right at the bust line. So now what I'm doing is I am going to break the pattern so it doesn't look so monotonous. I'm going to break the pattern here, and I'm going to start with 5 of the lepidolite stones with the little tiny copper ones in between, then a large super 7, 5 of the little small ones, super 7, all the way up for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beads. And then up here on the top, we'll end here with about 10. So I'll bead just a little bit of this. So those of you who like to watch this process, I won't do it all because it would probably be too time consuming for the video, but I'm going to do a little bit here. And this lepidolite stone, guys, it has a little bit of a crystal sheen in it every now and then when you pick one up. Let me see if I can find one. Oh, here's one. I don't know if Ken can zoom in on that or not, but I'll try to put it on my finger. But there's a little bit of a crystally, pearly look inside each one of these stones. And so it also catches a little bit of light. But it's just the uniqueness of this particular stone. And I thought it was so beautiful with the Super 7 because of all the crystal mixes in the Super 7. And the purples were compatible as well. And, because purples can be all over the map with stones. But the lepidolite is just, to me, was just beautiful with this Super 7. I wanted to bring out more of the purples than I did the um, bronzes in it because I thought it would show better. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got one more little tiny seed bead here. And then we go to our next big Super 7. The Super 7 is so funny because you're sitting here working with it, and because it has so many uh, beautiful dimensions in it, sometimes you can't find the hole to put your beading wire in. It's a little deceiving. So anyway, okay, so back to this. Do 5 more of these, and then I'll finish it out for time's sake. And it's just the little bitty 11.0s are just so tiny. You just have to take your time. Take a breath. Sometimes you'll be thinking, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? But when you're finished with it, you will be thrilled that you did it and thrilled that you took the time. It's four, so I need one more of these stones. And thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing, and the comments that you guys have been sending have been so beautiful and so encouraging. It just makes my heart smile. So I just want to say thank you to all of you who are commenting and writing and just so encouraging. And I'm really grateful that I'm helping a lot of you to think outside of the box on a few things. And that's what it's all about. You know, jewelry is endless. There's so many endless ideas, and there's no right or wrong. That's the beauty of it. Oh my. Okay, so you can see where we're going here. And is this not going to be stunning? I'm so excited. Very, very different, very contemporary, yet very elegant. So it's a both and. I'm going to finish the rest of this and we'll be back. Okay, we're at the end of this project. And to expedite time, I went ahead and put on this end of the clasp. And as always, this is a very long necklace. So when you're working, check and check often to make sure you have not added beads or left a bead out, especially in these little tiny things like this. Check and check often. It will save you a lot of headache and time if you miss something. Okay, so I shook the beads down. I let them all fall where they may, and it's long, so I wanted to make sure I have a little bit of play in there. So I always kind of do this to make sure that I don't have excess wire up here on this top up here or anywhere else within the necklace as I'm going through looking. Okay, so I've got my finishing bead on. Last thing is to put on the rest of the clasp. And this is something that we do every time. So this is nothing new unless you're a beginner and you just tuned into the channel. And like I said, I do have videos available that you can actually learn the very simple basics of jewelry design and the basic mechanics of it. I did them several years ago, but the information is still valid and still very good. So it's one of those things that's timeless. Okay, so I've got my crimp in here. Make sure you leave a little room so that your clasp can breathe. You don't want it too tight. So mash it and fold your crimp. Oh, I can't hardly see it sometimes. All right. And then the excess wire here, we're going to run down through here as much as we can. Wherever it decides it's going to come out, it's probably what I'm going to stop with. Unless it's just one or two beads. Ah, come on. I'm always laughing because it's always when you get to the very last thing like this that everything wants to act silly. Ah, you guys. I wish I could bead with some of you guys. Y'all are just all about some stuff. I get comments and things from you guys all the time on what you're doing, and I just love it. Oh my goodness. Lisa Slayton, if you don't send me some pictures of your stuff, I want to see what you're doing, girlfriend. You're such an encourager, Lisa, and I thank you so much for all your kind comments. All right, how far down there is it? Well, let me just stop and look. Oh, wow. It's all the way down to right there. So, let me see if I can push it a little more. The other one went all the way down to here. I was stunned. I was like, well, why is it not coming out? Well, there it is. Duh. Oh my gosh. Now I'm pulling it out instead of putting it in. Okay, y'all, just find the end of it and let's pull it out. There it is right there. I'm going to take a little pin and just pull that puppy out. So I don't have to. Sometimes I do this when I want to separate the beading wire in there, and there it is. I'm just pulling it out. And there that goes. It's all the way down in there. Take your flush cutters, clip it as close to that bead as you can, and it should work its way back down into the rest of it. Y'all, I'm so stoked about this necklace. It makes me want to sing. Ah, yes. All right. Put your crimp cover on. Close it up slowly because they will go whoppy jaw on you. And there's lots of new ways to finish off a necklace. There's just tons of new ways to do it, new apparatuses, and you know, this way is a standard way of doing it, but I just love the way it looks. It looks so finished. Okay, and I'm rubbing my finger across there. I don't feel any resistance or little edges on it. And guys, yes, we are done. I'm so excited. Look at this. Oh my, the beauty of this Super 7 and Lepidolite stone. Oh, guys, look at this. This is amazingly beautiful. This stone is so fantastic. I just can't say enough about it for beauty and color and depth of the stone. It's just stunning. And of course, the lepidolite, it has the little crystally things inside it as well, and it has little slivers of light in it. You can see it right there. Yes, I am so excited. Okay, one more down, guys. One more down. I hope you enjoyed this. If you got some inspiration today, please like and subscribe to the channel. It sure does help me to know what to bring you next. And I will see you guys on the next project. Bye.